بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back, my dear students, for the next lesson in this unit. Today, we are going to take a look at the first lesson in Unit 3. Let's take a look. What are we going to do in today's lesson? So, what we will do in today's lesson is listen and discuss, and we have pair work. Let's take a look. So, what did we do last time in the previous homework? So, you were asked to do this. Draw a picture and write 3 sentences using preposition words. You had to choose 3 of these words and then write sentences about it. Inside, outside, behind, in front of, away, over, or under. This is an example of the previous homework. So, as you can see here, there is a picture of a cat, a blue box, and a lamp. What are the 3 sentences that were written for this picture? The lamp is above the blue box. The cat is in front of the blue box. The blue box is behind the cat. So, above, in front of, and behind are showing the location of these objects. Now, let's take a look at the map of Unit 3. So, we are going to start with listen and discuss and pair work for today. The first thing is listen and discuss. So, what are the objectives of today's lesson? We have 3 objectives. Number 1, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to formulate questions about goals, ask questions about jobs, and name the job according to the description. Now, I want to ask you something. What is my job? What do you think I like about my job? I am a teacher. I love teaching students new things. This is what I like about my job. What about you? Do you have a job? If you do, what do you like about your job? Now, let's take a look at the next part here. I want you to watch the video and answer these questions. What is their job and what do you know about their job? Let's take a look at the video. So, what do you see here? Who are these people and what do they do? What is their job? Do you know anything about their job? So, what are the tools they are using here? Look, they are wearing something here. They are wearing helmets on their head. And looks like they have some tools to help them perform their job. These are engineers. Do you know anything about engineers? What do they do? Now, let's take a look at the next part here. In today's lesson, we will talk about jobs and descriptions of jobs. So, for example, the job teacher. What does teacher do? Now, what about the things they like about teaching or the things they dislike about teaching? We will take a look at different occupations. If they dislike something, how can they achieve their goal? How can they improve their career? Let's take a look. Now, for the first part, listen and discuss. I want to show you some people and their jobs. Tell me, what do you know about their occupations? So we will look at this. Do you know people who have the following jobs I'll show you now? And discuss what you like or don't like about each occupation. So we will take a look now at their jobs. This is the first person here. His name is Hussein Saleh. And this is Hussein's business card. We will take a look at the description of Hussein's job and his business card. Let's take a look. Hussein Saleh is a salesperson. He works in a furniture store, but he would like to develop his abilities. So, Hussein is studying business management in college at night. He wants to be a marketing manager. So, Hussein Saleh is a salesperson. I underlined the name of his job. He is a salesperson. So, what is he doing now? He works in a furniture store, but he would like to develop. So, if he would like to develop his abilities, what is he going to do? So, he is studying business management in college at night. But why at night? Because during the day, he is a salesperson in the furniture store. So how can he develop his abilities? He's studying in the business management in college at night to what? What is Hussein's goal? He wants to be a marketing manager. For the future, he would like to be a marketing manager. So let's take a look at the business card of Hussein. Best Value Furniture. This is the name of the furniture store he's working on. That's his name, Hussein Saleh, sales representative. And here we can see the address of Hussein, Medina Road, Kilo 12, Jeddah, 23421. And we also have his telephone number and his email address in case someone would like to contact him. This is the first person, Hussein Saleh. Now, what do you know about salesperson, the job of a salesperson? So, a salesperson is helping people when they want to buy things from the store. For example, in this case, the furniture store. Now, let's take a look at the next job. This is Judy Simpson, and this is her business card. Judy Simpson is a nurse, and she's studying to be a child psychologist. She likes to help young children with their problems. Judy works long hours in the hospital, and she doesn't have a lot of free time. And this is her business card. As you can see, her name, her job title, her address in Sydney, Australia, her telephone, and her email address. But look at her email address. It's jsimpson@hotmail.net.au. What does it represent? AU. AU for Australia, because her address is in Australia, in Sydney, Australia. Now, let's take a look at the description of her job. So, Judy Simpson is a nurse. She's studying to be a child psychologist. So she is a nurse, and to achieve her goal, she is studying to be a child psychologist. So she's working as a nurse and she's studying. Now let's take a look. She likes to help young children with their problems. This is one of the things she likes about her job. But what about the next part here? Judy works long hours in the hospital and she doesn't have a lot of free time. This is a thing she doesn't like in her job. Now, let's take a look at the next job. So, this is Oscar Gautier. He's working in a travel, he is a travel agent. So, Oscar Gautier is travel agent. He works in a travel agency. Oscar organizes tours. His job is very exciting. He travels to many exotic places for his job. Oscar wants to have his own business one day. Now let's take a look here. So what is the job of Oscar? He's a travel agent. Travel agent. So what is the description of this job? What is he doing? Oscar organizes tours. So he is helping people to plan their trips and organize their travels. So let's take a look here. I did color it here in green. His job is very exciting. This is a thing that he likes about his job. He travels to many exotic places for his job. Because his job is very exciting, he can go to many places for his job. So what about Oscar's goal? Oscar wants to have his own business one day. Maybe he wants to open his own agency to help people plan their trips and their tours. Let's take a look at his business card. He works in global travel, and that's his name, and this is his job title, travel agent. Here you can see his address, his telephone number, and his email. Now look at his address. He lives in Madrid. Madrid. Where is Madrid? Madrid is a city in Spain. That's why at the end of his email you can see ES. ES for Spain. Now, what do you know about this job, travel agent? So, would you like to be a travel agent when you grow up? Let's take a look at the next job. This is Rajesh Narwal, and this is his job description, and this is his business card. Let's take a look. So Rajesh Narwal is a call center representative. He works for a computer software company. He says the salary is good, but he would like to learn more things. He is studying computer science. Rajesh wants to be a computer programmer. Now let's take a look here. So the job of this person, Rajesh, is a call center representative. So he is working in a software company. What does he like about his job? He says the salary is good. So he's getting paid well in his job. But what about the thing that he doesn't like about his job? He would like to learn more things. That means the things he's learning in his job is not so much. That's why maybe he's studying computer science, because Rajesh's goal is Rajesh wants to be a computer programmer. Maybe because he is working in a software company, it made him dream more and would like to achieve his goal. Let's take a look at Rajesh's business card. Tilly World. This is the name of the computer software company. So what is his job title? He's a customer service. And this is the address. Trade Center Building, the 17th floor in Sankey Road, Bangalore, India. And this is his telephone and his email address. Now, he's living in India. That's why at the end of his email, you will see the letters IN for India. Now, let's take a look at the next job here. Look at this video and tell me, what do you think is this job? Can you see the picture changing here? Let's take a look at the description of this job. So this person is Lee Yongho. Yongho is a graphic designer. He works for an advertising firm. Lee produces advertisement and designs websites. He thinks his job is very stressful. He has a lot of deadlines. He needs to complete designs in a short time. So, the job of this person is a graphic designer. Where does he work in? He works for an advertising firm. What is the meaning of firm? Firm is another word for company. So, let's take a look here. He thinks his job is very stressful. He has a lot of deadlines. He needs to complete designs in a short time. So this is a thing that he doesn't like about his job. Now let's take a look at his business card. Creative Solutions. This is the name of the company or the name of the firm Lee is working in. That's his name. He's a graphic designer. Now let's take a look at the address of Lee. He works in Seoul, Korea. This is his telephone and his email address. Let's take a look at the end of the email address. You can see the letters KR. KR is for Korea. What about the next job? Take a look at this person and his business card. Look at the picture. Do you see any tools or any special things he's wearing for his job? Let's take a look. He is wearing a helmet. Why? What is his job? Why does he need a helmet? Let's read the description of his job. Yusuf Qasim is an engineer. He works for a construction company. The company builds roads and bridges. Yusuf is a good executive and he hopes to be a president of the company one day. So his job is an engineer and he works in a construction company. So what are the things that he likes about his job? Yusuf is a good executive, so he is doing a good job in his work, so he likes it. He hopes to be the president of the company one day. This is Yusuf's goal for the future. Let's take a look at his business card. This is the name of the company. This is Yusuf's name and his job. He's a civil engineer. civil engineers build roads and bridges and things for civil in the community. So this is the address of Yusuf. He lives in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is his telephone and his email address. Let's take a look at the end of his email address. We have the letters SA for Saudi Arabia. Now let's take a look at the next thing here. Let's have a quick check here. So name the job. 1. Helps customers on the phone. Who helps customers on the phone? A call center representative helps customers on the phone. What about the next job? Arranges trips. Which jobs arranges trips? Travel agent. A travel agent can arrange trips. Now, let's take a look at the next one. Takes care of sick people. Which job is this? Who can take care of sick people? A nurse. What about the last one? Sells things to customers. Salesperson, just like Hussein. Now, I want to ask you about the jobs you saw before, and let's categorize it here in these two groups. Which people like their jobs and which people want to change their jobs? Let's categorize it here. People who like their jobs are Oscar, the travel agent, and Yusuf, the engineer. What about the people who want to change their job? Judy Simpson would like to change her job to be a child psychologist, and Hussein Saleh is also trying to change his job. That's why he's studying at night. Rajesh Narwal also, and Lee Young. These people would like to change their jobs. Now, choose the correct answer. You will hear a description and choose which one is the correct answer. I work in a hospital. I take care of people. I am a what? I am a civil engineer, I am a nurse, or I am a graphic designer. I am a nurse. I work in a hospital and I take care of people. Let's take a look at the next one. I work in an agency. I help people plan their trips. I am a salesperson, I am a civil engineer, or I am a travel agent. I am a travel agent. Travel agents helps people plan and organize their trips. Now, it's time for pair work. Ask and answer about people's jobs. Let's take a look. This is a conversation between two people. Here you can see the girl in white and the girl in black. Let's take a look. What does Lee Yon do? He's a graphic designer. Where does he work? He works in an advertising firm. So his job is graphic designer. He works in advertising firm. Now, let's take a look at the next one. What does Judy want to be? She wants to be a child psychologist. She likes to help children. Now, this is the question. What does Judy want to be? Judy is a nurse, but what does she want to be? She would like to be a child psychologist. Why? Because she likes to help children. Let's take a look at this one. What do you do? I am an engineer. I work for Construmax. We build roads and bridges. So what is the job here? And what do they do? The job here is engineer. I am an engineer. So what does an engineer do? Build roads and bridges. Now, let's take a look at this one here. Choose true or false for the following sentences. Number 1, the travel agent works in the hospital. Is it true or false? A travel agent works in an agency, not a hospital. Number 2, a graphic designer works in an advertisement firm. Is it true or false? It is true. Now, for the last sentence, an engineer builds roads and bridges. Is it true or false? It is true. Now, let's take a look. So, what did we do in today's lesson? So, we did formulate questions about their goals. So, some of the people who we saw their jobs didn't like their jobs. So, what did they have to do to achieve their goals? Some of them are studying, and some of them are working and studying. Number 2, we asked questions about jobs. And the last thing, we named jobs according to the description. Now, for the homework, what are you going to do? You will describe a job of your choice and make a business card that shows your information. As you can see here, I want a description of a job and a business card. Write your name, your job title, address, phone, and email. And thank you very much, and I will see you in the next lesson.